You're sitting across the table from her. She's 28. You're 56. She giggles at a joke you barely finished telling. Her eyes sparkle like she actually gives a damn. She reaches across the table, touches your hand, and says, "You're different. You're not like the guys my age." You feel seen, desired, alive. But here's the part you're trying not to think about. Is she into you or into what you represent? The fantasy you're buying. Let's be real. This isn't just about sex. It's about something deeper. A man over 50 who dates younger women is often chasing lost territory. The years, the admiration, the control. You're not trying to feel young. You're trying to feel relevant. You want that look in her eyes that says you matter, that you're powerful, that you still have it. And for a while, it works. Her voice is sweet. Her body's tight. Her energy pulls you out of your dead routine. You're back in the game, right? But here's the trick. You didn't walk into a relationship. You walked into a transaction. The perks that blind you. Let's not lie. There are upsides. She makes you feel alive again. She doesn't complain about your snoring or tell you to turn down the TV. She thinks your dad jokes are charming. She wants to go out, dress up, have fun. No baggage. No bitterness. And yes, the bedroom is fireworks again. That's all great, until you confuse pleasure with purpose. The debt you don't see coming. The price? Let's talk about it. You're paying for every dinner, every Uber, every little emergency. You start picking up tabs without flinching, even when she doesn't say thank you. You justify it. She's just struggling. I want to help. Then you notice she's always between jobs, but her nails are done weekly. She forgets your birthday, but never forgets rent day. She laughs less. She scrolls her phone more. She suddenly has plans on weekends, plans that don't involve you. And then it hits you. You're not the main course. You're the paycheck, the man who lost himself. Let me tell you about Richard. 60 years old, successful, divorced, fit, ran his own company. He met a 29-year-old yoga instructor. She was sweet, spiritual, and said things like, "Age is just a number." 6 months later, she was living in his guest house. 10 months later, she was managing his credit cards. At 1 year, she disappeared, took $14,000 from his business account, vanished to Miami, and never answered another call. He told me, I thought I was her man. I was just her ATM with Wi-Fi. And he's not the only one. The psychology of neediness. Here's the ugly truth, brother. You gave her power because your ego was starving. She fed you with compliments. You mistook it for love. She touched your arm. You called it connection. She smiled. You gave her control. Every time you ignored the red flags, it wasn't because you were blind. It's because you needed the fantasy more than you wanted the truth. But here's what no one says. A man doesn't become weak by aging. He becomes weak when he lets fear make his decisions. Fear of being alone. Fear of being forgotten. Fear of being too late. That fear is what she smells. And if she's the wrong kind, she'll feed on it. The double standard that kills you. Let's flip the script. Imagine a 25-year-old man dating a 60-year-old woman. People say, he's a gold digger. That's weird. Gross. But when you, a 60-year-old man, date a 25-year-old woman, people say, legend. He's still got it. Teach me your ways. Don't believe the hype. You're not being praised. You're being mocked silently by people who know how the story ends. And most times, it ends the same way. You alone, checking her Instagram, watching her move on while you start over. Again, the real reasons to stop chasing youth. Look, you want youth? Then act youthful. Work out. Eat like you give a damn. Read books. Travel. Challenge yourself. But don't chase someone else's youth like it'll heal your age. You want admiration? Earn it by building something. You want to feel alive? Get uncomfortable again without a 25-year-old guide. You want love? Then look for someone who sees you, not just what you provide. And if she's younger and truly respects you, cool. But understand, respect isn't given. It's measured by boundaries, values, and whether you're still a man when the lights are off and the money's gone. The final challenge. So, should you date a younger woman? Sure, but ask yourself this. Can you walk away the second she disrespects you? Can you say no when your gut says something's off? Can you love her without needing her? Because the man who needs her attention will always lose it. But the man who chooses her, from strength, not scarcity, that man doesn't chase youth. He becomes timeless. If you've made it this far, you already know the answer. You don't need a girl who makes you feel young. You need a life that makes you feel you again. Because when your life is full of purpose, challenge, and self-respect, she won't be your medicine. She'll be your mirror. And if that mirror shows a strong, grounded, purposeful man, you'll never need to beg for love again.